Greetings, 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 greetings. Wagwan, man. What's up? What's up? This is your brother Chief Kalanago with another one. I'm telling you, this one here, it might blow your mind, but I'm not trying to blow your mind. I'm trying to secure your mind, but I'm going to give you the information. All right. I'm going to give y'all some information. So, once again, today's build is strictly for knowledge purposes, not for educational purposes. I'm beyond that. All right. I'm beyond that. The information is all about the knowledge. Now, let me make sure I have some audio and something going on Facebook. Give me 1 second. On here. All right, cool. Listen, man, this one right here, I keep telling y'all, man, y'all brother Chief Kalanago is putting in that work. Y'all just don't know. Okay, let me turn that around. Okay, do me a favor, man. Go ahead and share the link, put it in the description. Let's get this word out, man. Let's get this word out. I'm telling you, it's time. It's time. And first, before I even begin, all right, before I even begin the lesson, I want to give thanks to my righteous ancestors, our righteous ancestors who guide me and give me the information, and not just give me the information, but give me clarification. All right, put the words in me so I'm able to articulate these things to you because, like I said, man, I'm seeking from a higher source. I'm seeking from, universal mind, and they are feeding me the information, and therefore I'm able to bring the information to you. So with that being said, we're about to get in. All right, the certificate of life birth versus the birth certificate, Sarah versus Hagar. You see, y'all better recognize and know what all this is about. I tell people, you read this Bible, but you have no idea what this Bible is about. You have no idea. You don't know. You think you know, but you don't. The majority of you don't know what this Bible means. All right. So I'm here to break it down to you. I'm here to break down all these things, give you the knowledge so you know what's going on, because it's all about freedom. All right. That's what it's about. Walking out of Egypt allegorically. Okay. And I'm here to tell them, let my people go. So you know what my purpose is. You know what the mission is. All right. So hope you guys are having an amazing 24. It's been a long one for me, but it's okay though. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is, first I put all the links in the description. Okay. Don't forget, this lesson is brought to you by two books that you must have. Not that I think you should have, but you must have. GENE-INSIS to Reevaluation. The link is in the description. And the second book is Newsflash, Everyone's a Slave on Less. Okay. It is time. It is time. It is time. You see, I'm talking so I could give you guys some time to get some more people on here, because we need a full house tonight, man. We need a full house tonight. So do me a favor, please share the link, share the link, share the link. All right. I don't do videos for like. I really don't do videos for likes. But when you share and when you like the videos, okay, it changes, what they call it, the algorithms. All right. So it helps the algorithm, because these people are really doing some injustice or injustice to my videos and my views. All right. But anyway, let's get into this. I'm not seeing anybody on Facebook yet. I'm not sure if people on YouTube, on Facebook. So do me a favor. All right, cool. I see I think it's Gore James on Facebook. All right, so we see Facebook coming in right now. That's what's up. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment. If you're on Facebook, leave a comment, and let's get this started. I'm about to share this link. What's going on, Divine Truth 60? All right. Greetings, greetings. While go on. All right. Let me get into this. I'm going to share my screen, and my brothers and sisters, let me explain something to you, right? We are so far deep, in too deep, to the point where the majority of our people, not just our people in general, because it's not just our people, the people that look like me, okay? But the majority of people are in a coma. They just don't know what's going on. They have no idea what's going on. They just live in life, okay? And it's okay. You know what? It's okay, because All that was supposed to happen, right? Where everybody had to be enslaved. You feel me? But now it is time to get your sovereignty. It is time to free yourself. And there's no need to be afraid. Okay. I know religious books have literally taught you how to be afraid, to identify as who you truly are and be afraid of a system. There's no need to be afraid of these people, period. Okay. Period. So I want y'all to know this. The information that I'm giving you, the knowledge that I'm giving you, is crucial that you learn that knowledge, and not just learn the knowledge, but learn to apply. The application of the knowledge is the most powerful thing. You feel me? And that's why I do what I do, because I'm here to free the people, not just my people, but the people. Okay? Because this has nothing to do with the color of skin. It's about the righteous versus the unrighteous, the have versus the have nots. It is really that simple. All right. So I was sent for that purpose. Okay. So with that being said, let's get into it. My brother Jason, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let me just show you how tricky Satan is. And when I say Satan, I'm talking about Satan. All Satan means is adversary. All right. Whenever you hear me use the term Satan, okay, don't go into this spookism, please. That's not what I teach. That's not the truth. I'm giving you the truth. All Satan means is adversary. Quiet storm, wagwan. All right, that's all it means. So when I say adversary, I'm talking about Satan, and Satan is so tricky, right? We have been tricked, and I'm going to show you where the trick is and what they have done. And it's really up to you to step up as the people. You feel me? No need to be afraid, because victory is ours. All right? Keep that in mind. So let's get into this. This information right here might blow your mind. And I promise you, you're not going to find a whole lot of people bringing it like your brother Chief Kalanagwa. Let's just keep it real. All right? But I'm going to bring it. I'm going to give you that work. All right? Let's dive into this. Boom. And just for the record, I appreciate everybody that's doing and playing their part. All right? But mine is on a whole different level. All right, because I'm breaking things down, not just from a physical perspective, but from a mental, religious, spiritual perspective. All right. I've been given the insight to universal mind. That's why I'm able to pull all these things and break it down and articulate these things to you the way I'm able to do that. All right. So we're going to go into, let me see. Give me 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. Let me go all the way down. Here we go. Let's do this. Now, I'm going to explain to y'all the difference between the certificate of live birth and the birth certificate. Those are two different documents, and they're used for two different things. Okay. And people don't comprehend this. People don't know this at all because it's not being taught. It is not being taught. This is literally going to take your mind on a whole different level. Okay. This is one of, I would think that all my videos are good videos, but this is one of the great ones too. Okay. So keep that in mind. Literally, this is about your freedom. This is about your sovereignty, like I've been teaching lately. Okay. Don't forget to go in the link of this description and get the books. Get both books. GENE-INSIS to Reevaluation and Newsflash, Everyone's a Slave. Let's make this happen. Okay. The birth certificate versus the certificate of live birth versus the birth certificate. If you realize, right, in this demonstration here, okay, what am I doing here? Wow, where was I? Give me 1 second. I could have swore. All right, I'm trying to see. I'm not playing a video. I don't want to play the video, man. I don't want to play the video. All right, in this description or this right here, you'll realize that we're talking about the certificate of live birth and the birth certificate. So let's read. What is the difference between a birth certificate and the certificate of live birth? A certificate of live birth is the first unofficial document issued upon a baby's live birth and is used for record keeping and data entry. Let's read that again. because you see, it deals with everything that's alive. L-I-V-E, live, live. Okay? That means that a living baby came into this world. All right? Pay attention, my brothers and sisters. All right? So you have a few births. Let me break that down to you again, which I've done in the past, but for the purpose of this lesson, I'm going to go over this again. First, you have the Immaculate Conception, right? Where you are literally birthed spiritually before you come into the flesh. Everybody is an Immaculate Conception, not just Jesus or Yeshua. You see, y'all have to comprehend this. All they are telling you is your story, but they took your story, our story, every individual story, and personified it in a body called Jesus or Yeshua. But it's literally our story. Everybody is an Immaculate Conception because why? Everybody had to be birthed in the spiritual, mental, heavenly realm first. Okay? And then make your way into this physical realm. And that's when the sperm and the egg meet. What a lot of people don't realize is the mother and the father is not the one hooking up. The mother and the father is not the one setting all of this little arrangement. Oh, the father go to the club and he see the mother and he like, yo, man, I'm going to tap that tonight. No, it is not the father and the mother doing this. The baby already planned that and put all that together in the spiritual realm. The baby knew who his mother or her father going to be. The baby already set up exactly where they're going to meet and everything. Okay? All that stuff is already set up between the Trinity, mother, father, and child. That's already set up in the spiritual realm. Okay? So now all the immaculate stuff is done in the spiritual realm. And now it's time for the physical action. So now the father go to the club or he go to the supermarket or the mother go out and they meet. And boom, that night they come together and they have the physical birth. Now that's the physical birth. All right. When the baby comes out of the mother, that is the arrival. That is the live birth. Okay. Meaning that the baby came into this world. So now the baby became the living in this world. So that's why it's called a certificate of live birth. I'm not saying that's why it's called, but I'm letting you know it's a real natural baby. All right. So the certificate of live birth is the first thing. However, it's an unofficial document. And I'll explain to you what that means. I'm telling you, I'm going to take you to a whole new level tonight. Some of you probably have never heard this before. In fact, most of you never have. The way I'm going to break it down. I promise you that. Okay. So the certificate of live birth is the first unofficial. Why is that word being used? It's very, very crucial that you understand why unofficial is there. Okay, so it's the first unofficial document because when a living baby comes into this world, that baby is not a ward of the state. That baby is part of a Trinity, mother, father, and child. And that's a natural living baby. So that baby cannot be part of an official document. It has to be unofficial. And I'll expound on that a little further. Okay, so therefore, a certificate of live birth is the first unofficial document issued upon the baby's live birth and is used for record keeping and data. Okay, once that document is processed, the government will issue the official legal document called the birth certificate. So one is unofficial and one is official. As soon as the baby comes, the living baby is recorded and processed on a live document they call the live birth, a certificate of live birth. That's when they take the footprints. If you realize on the birth certificate, there's no footprints because the birth certificate has no soul. However, the certificate of live birth has a soul, the soul of the feet. So that is where the real baby is recorded. My brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you some information that's going to be like, your mouth is going to drop open because you have never heard this before. I promise you, like this. Okay. So with that being said, the soul of the baby is put on the certificate of live birth, the unofficial document. So therefore, that baby, that soul, that certificate of live birth, that baby that's on there, the living baby is always the sovereign. The living baby is always the free, noble man or woman, which is equivalent to Sarah. Okay? The birth certificate is now equivalent to Hagar, the bond woman. And all her children are going to be slaves. I keep telling y'all, man, don't play with me. Okay? If you don't want to work, you better unsubscribe, but I'm going to give you the work. Let's continue reading. I got more to talk about. Will a certificate of live birth work for a passport? Guess what? A certificate of live birth will not help to obtain a passport. Why? Because it's an unofficial document. A birth certificate is required when applying for a passport for any government issued ID. Why? Because they're dealing with the dead entity. They're dealing with the slave. Okay? The free man and woman has nothing to do in official government corporation business. You feel me? Ah, Chief, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this. You're now, Chief, what are you telling me, Chief, that I have to declare that I'm actually the person, the living man and child on the certificate of live birth, but I'm not the child that's on the birth certificate? That's right. That is a dead entity. That's the slave. Okay, that's the slave. Okay, let us read. Can I use a certificate of live birth for a real ID? A certificate of live birth cannot be used for any sort of government issued ID. Why? Because with the government, it deals with official business. Okay, once again, a living man and woman cannot be dragged in official businesses. Okay, the living man and woman aren't supposed to be in court. The living man and woman should not have no IDs that they give you. That is official documents, unless you claim to be the person that's on the birth certificate, which is the dead entity. It is not the living, alive child that came out of the mother. Okay? The document is only useful for record keeping from the hospital in which a baby was born. Okay? Let us proceed. Certificate of live birth. What is a certificate of live birth? A certificate of live birth is proof of birth from a hospital. Once a baby is born, a certificate of live birth is recorded and issued into a vital records system. The certificate of live birth is an unofficial live birth record that is only used for hospitals' data keeping purposes. That's where the live living child is placed. And they take the soul of the child and put it on that paper to show that that is the living. A document to state that a living child came through the mother, and we have a record of that. However, what we're going to do is we are going to keep the living soul on the certificate of live birth, and we are going to create another document called the birth certificate to show that that child died. You feel me? So they killed you at birth. Okay, even if you are living on paper, but that child died, and now that child has to take on the name of that birth certificate that's in all capital letters. Hence, every graveyard have capstones, capital letters. You are literally the walking dead. I keep telling y'all, I'm gonna give y'all that work, man. Okay, all right then. All right. Now you said, what can we use to obtain your passport? Your birth certificate. Birth certificate and ID. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Now check this out. The certificate of live birth is an unofficial live record that is only used for a hospital's data keeping purposes. The certificate is granted to babies and their families upon a successful birth of what? A living baby. Okay. Natural, spirit, flesh, born baby. All right. That is the certificate of live birth. That's where it's recorded that you are actually the living. However, the birth certificate is your death. The birth certificate is your death. The birth certificate is your crucifixion, your death. But you have to rise. Okay, you have to rise as Jesus or Yeshua did and become the Christ by claiming to be the Christ, which is actually on the certificate of live birth. I'm gonna put y'all on though. You're gonna get that work. This can be submitted physically or electronically to the appropriate government agencies and is given to the baby's parents or guardians. The doctor, all right, the doctor responsible for the delivery and the registered nurse who assisted the birth, the birth both sign the document and input the necessary details. The document is then certified, okay, by the hospital first, administration, and sent to the government agencies for processing. They have 21 days to do that. Okay, somebody asked, so how can we get rid of the birth certificate? We got to come together and claim our status. You see, that's the problem. Y'all don't want to come together. You see, because when you try to do things individually, they shut you down. They make you think you're crazy. They send people to lock you up, all type of stuff. You feel me? We got to come together. Y'all don't want to come together. That's the problem. Okay. But yes, you could still send documents to correct your status and, you know, make your declaration. You could do that, providing that they allow you to put it in the county clerk, because in New York, they're not allowing us to file anything. You did. In Jersey, they're not allowing us to file anything because they know they want to keep us as bondage, slaves, the children of Hagar. Allegorically speaking, I keep telling y'all, this book ain't got nothing to do with no sky daddy, man. Governments wrote that book, okay? Religious people that created governments, or vice versa, government people that created religions wrote that book. And everything in there is their prophecy. It has nothing to do with a sky daddy. But y'all gonna learn though. I hope it won't be too late for some of y'all. Okay, so this is the certificate of live birth. Okay, it's different from the birth certificate. It has all type of questions. I mean, I think it has about 50 questions. Okay, and then you just get a little birth certificate with mother, father. But trust me, all the information of the living baby is actually, including your soul, is actually recorded on that certificate of live birth. You feel me? All right. This is a standard U.S. certificate of live birth. Though each state usually has their own, the form is filled out upon birth and sent to the state. Okay? But because of the mother's ignorance, mothers are selling their children into slavery and they don't know because they are the informants. So to all y'all women out there, that's the injustice you did to your children. You just don't know because you perish for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6, you don't know who you are. You haven't studied to show yourself approved. That's what Chief Kalanago is here for. I came to teach you, uplift you, so we could stand to save our children, so we don't sell our children into bondage. But a lot of you get into your emotions and your egos because you and the father don't work out. You want to take him to child support and all type of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you ain't got to do what you got to do. But you have already sold your baby into slavery. You committed the biggest sin, one of the biggest sins, selling your children into slavery by getting that birth certificate. The certificate of live birth was all that's yours to keep, and they're not supposed to take that. They're not supposed to take the soul of your children. You feel me? As indigenous people, we have a right to create our own. If we want to give a record, then we could put it in the Bible. You feel me? But y'all are selling your children into slavery. Okay? And you do it voluntarily and involuntarily, knowingly and unknowingly. Now you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to get these children and give them to this corporation, this plantation as slaves? Trust me. Now you know, and you're still going to do that. I promise you, your rewards won't be great with the ancestors when you meet them. I promise you. Okay? All right. Let us proceed. A certificate of live birth includes the following information, and this is not just people of color. That is, everyone with a birth certificate is a slave. Okay? You're a bond slave. Bond as in B-O-N-D. You feel me? Children of Hagar. This is what's on the certificate of live birth. The baby's name, the parent's name, doctor's name. Let me ask you a question. The hospital name, the sex, the race, the date of birth, the name of the person completing the record. I mean, they have 50 questions. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you see any of that on the birth certificate? Do you see the doctor's name? Do you see Pardon me. Do you see any of those things? No, because it's a complete different form. This is not a living baby. All they need is just the capstone, the capital letters. So we are the walking dead, unless you have resurrected. And the resurrection comes from you knowing who you are, that you are the Christ, and you have to claim to be the Christ. So therefore, you have to denounce Jesus that died and become the Christ. Keep telling y'all, man, I'm going to give y'all the work. But the question is, do you want the work? Okay. Now, the birth certificate. A birth certificate is different from a certificate of live birth or birth record. The main difference between the birth record versus the birth certificate is the official statuses of the document. You see that word status? It deals with statuses. Certificate of live birth, a living baby. We take the soul footprints to show that this is a living soul being. You feel me? But what we're going to do, we have to crucify that child. Okay? And then we have to create another certificate to show that that child is dead and put it in all caps. This is the graveyard. So now you are here thinking you are the all caps, which is the person who actually died. But you don't want to become the living because you think that's you. So you don't want life. You don't want eternal life. That's not what you want. You see what I'm saying? Because you want you want the privileges of being dead. You feel me? Dead people have privileges. Why you think when they have funerals, people are always following the dead? They have privileges. I don't follow dead people. I don't go to funerals following dead people. No, meet me at the, if I'm going to pay my respect, you're going to meet me there. I'm the living man. I ain't following no damn hearse. You feel me? Y'all going to learn. Let us continue. The main difference between the birth record versus the birth certificate is the official statuses of that. So it's all about status. You got to correct your status from Jesus to becoming Jesus the Christ, or from Yeshua to Yeshua the Christ. It's all allegory. These people did not exist for real. They're telling you the story, which is your story. And exactly what you got to do. You feel me? They have to give you a way out. The birth certificate is granted and issued to the family of the newborn after the vital records office has processed the certificate of live birth. So the process that they're going through is the crucifixion. Okay? Crucifying the Christ, but you can't crucify the Christ. So that certificate of live birth is always a record of a living baby. You feel me? However, they could crucify the flesh, which is Jesus. And therefore, Jesus had a capstone. But Jesus resurrected in 3 days and the capstone was moved. So you have to remove the capstone by claiming your status as who you truly are as the Christ, equivalent, the original indigenous people of this land. Man. Woo. Nah, I mean, it's easy to get a passport, Sister Angel, or Brother Angel. I'm not sure if you're male or female, so I apologize. So Angel Plains. Okay. To get a passport, all you need is your birth certificate and an ID. I mean, honestly, that's all you need. All right. But I want to teach my people, we got to come together and we could have our own as the origines or aboriginals, American Indians, whatever term we decide we want to use. We have a right to create our own. You feel me? Okay. Well, Sister Angel, thank you. You feel me? All you need to get a passport is your birth certificate and an ID. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? It's not complicated. All right? So once the birth certificate is processed from the information that was processed through the certificate of live birth, they give you your death certificate. Okay, that is not a birth certificate. It's a death certificate. Okay? It's a death certificate to show that you are dead. So this is literally the walking dead. And you are representing a dead person thinking that it's you. That's why they always have to ask you your name. The first thing a police officer do when he pull you over, he wants to know if you know that you are dead. What is your name? Let me see your ID. You go to court. What is your name? They want you to answer to that dead name. They want you to answer to being the Christ. I mean, not the Christ, to be Jesus, the flesh man, then they'll know you haven't been resurrected, okay, into being the Christ. They know that. You see, it's a game that they play. They know all this stuff that's happening is just repeating itself on a different system. This, once again, this has nothing to do with a sky daddy. No, it's all about you and me. Heaven, the kingdom of heaven is within. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is within. So if the kingdom of heaven is within, where is God at? God is within you. Who's God? The I am in you, because you are not the flesh. The flesh is symbolic for Jesus. The flesh must die so that the Christ could be resurrected. You feel me? But the second coming of Christ doesn't necessarily mean the flesh have to die. It's all mental. It's all mental. You feel me? You have to resurrect in your mind. Study to show thyself approved. Renew your mind. You feel me? Let's read. A copy of the birth certificate is sent to the newborn's family. Say, hey, you know what? Here's your certificate of death. But y'all think it's a birth certificate, huh? They trick y'all. The birth certificate is an important document for the family to keep records of, because it directly links the newborn to their identity and proof of birth and citizenship in the United States as a corporation. Okay? So it proves that you are a corporation, you are a business, and you are an entity that can be sued and be sued. Okay? The information on a birth certificate is newborn's name, city, county, the time and date, the parent's name, including the mother, address of the newborn, family, parents, ethnicity, etc., etc., etc. All right? Certificate of life, birth certificate, the relationship between the certificate and vital records, birth certificates. Birth certificate not only has the different legal statuses, but each document has different physical characteristics as well. They are two complete different documents. The official birth certificate is usually printed on special paper and consists of a raised seal. The certificate of live birth or vital records is not a legal document and cannot be used as such. So therefore, the birth certificate is not on legal documents. In other words, it's not on bond paper. Who was the bond woman? Hagar. Oh my goodness, man. Woo, chief. Will my people learn? I keep telling y'all, man, I was sent to tell these people, let my people go, but all I could do is teach you the information. Teach you the information. If you refuse to come together and unite, it's up to you. All right? But call me the new Moshe, call me the new Moses. It's all allegory, but I'm here in the flesh to let you know that I'm real. Call me the new Noah. I'm real because I'm building the ark. You feel me? Y'all don't get it, man. All right? Y'all don't get it. Now, what I'm going to do is this now. All right? Give me 1 second. All right, hold on. All right, so let me just go through the what you would call it, the comments real quick. All right. So on Kinda Men's Live, like and incorporated. So on Kinda Men's Live, unofficial, yes, unofficial is not an official document. That means that that document cannot be used, and an unofficial document cannot be used in the corporation. Okay, so the unofficial record of that child, the living child, okay, is the private side. Okay, that's the private, that's the sovereign, that's the private side. That's why it cannot go into the public. That's why it has to remain only for record keeping purposes, where they keep that living child with the soul of the child. All right. However, they need a dead entity. Okay. So therefore, they have to create a certificate, a birth certificate with all capital letters. That's a whole new child they created. But that one is dead. That one is dead. And that one, the dead individual, is going to pay the price for all its sins. And what is a sin? A sin is a debt. So that dead entity on the birth certificate has to pay the sins or the debt of its mother and father, which is the United States. You feel me? And that's why you have in the Bible, it may seem contradictory, right? That one verse is saying, the child shall not pay for the sins of the mother and father. And then you have another one saying that up to the 4th generation, the children will pay for the, because it's two different. They're talking about a private side should not pay the debt of the mother and father. And on the public side, the debt should be passed on to the children. My brothers and sisters, I'm breaking this down to you the way the ancestors gave it to me, man. You feel me? I don't plan these things. They just say, Chief, this is what you need to bring to the people. Okay? And I say, well, where can I find this information? And they show me, boom. Here, check this out. We're going to tell you how to break it down. And that's all I do. I'm just obedient. You feel me? All right, cool. So now, so I just broke that down to you. They steal your soul on paper. Absolutely. Creating the straw man. Yes. Okay. That is, you know, a term that they use, but that is what we call en legis, whether you want to say en legis, straw man, that is a legal person that was created. Okay. An artificial person. You are an artificial individual once you claim to be the person on the birth certificate. Okay. Now, we walk around operating as the all caps. We could authenticate though for our benefit. Yes, they have processes when you go through the process of authentication and all that, but that's still dealing with the corporation. Yes, that's one of the solutions. But the real solution is reclaiming our birthright, my brothers and sisters. Like, how many times can I sing this song to you, man? We have to become who we are. We have to become the landlords again of our land. Man. Woo. All right. Now check this out. Let me see what name is that. Alluring Fire said, I just gave birth here in Chicago. The hospital denied me the certificate of live birth because I didn't want to apply for my child's birth certificate. Absolutely. You could never get the certificate of live birth. Never. Okay. They have to keep the living child because that living child has to be protected. Okay. The living child has to be protected from the public, because if they give you that, they know you are going to go into the public and take that living child into the public, and they cannot abuse living people. You see, I keep telling y'all this, man. There are galactic laws and universal laws that cannot be broken. And these people know that. Okay. So they have to create another entity to trick you, because remember, Satan is tricky. Okay. You feel me? Angel, you said you bore a child, you did not give birth. Well, yeah, you give birth. I mean, birth, bore is the same word. One is just past and one is present. You feel me? So it doesn't make a difference what term you use. The bottom line is the system that we are talking about, the process that we are talking about. Okay? Birth and bore is the same thing. Bore is just past tense. Okay? So, alluring fire. This is what the reason why they didn't want to give it to you, because that child on the certificate of live birth cannot go in public. Okay? Cannot be abused in public. It is only the child that's on the birth certificate, the dead entity, that could be in public. All right? Let me see who what else do we have? Any questions here? So is the all right, boom, 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 boom. All right, so, and unincorporated trust. So it says, so that's why people get unassociated and unincorporated trust, church, etc. Because well, you know, gotta be land. Yes, gotta be landlords again. All right, so beautiful. So we have that, right? So we have read the difference between the certificate of live birth and the birth certificate, and what each one is designated for, the purpose of that. All right. Now, next, what we're going to do is we're going to look into Hagar, okay, which is in Galatians, and it also says in the Bible it's an allegory. You see, people missing all of that. These people were not real. This is government system that created religion that's enslaving you, and you're thinking that all that stuff, oh, well, Deuteronomy 28 said, you know, y'all people coming on slave ships. Man, shut the hell up. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Ain't no God enslave nobody. If God is good all the time, and all the time God is good, why is God enslaving people? You see, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. You see, the supreme righteous gods, as in my ancestors that I know, they don't rape people, they don't kill people. You see what I'm saying? They don't do these things. They don't enslave people. So I don't know what kind of God y'all talking about. But your God is not the God that created the universe. Your God is the God that created this world. There's a difference. Your God did not create the earth. Your God created the world. But y'all fail to realize that because you have been indoctrinated. And it's okay. I'm not mad at you. Okay? I came here to give you the truth. Now you do what you want with it. Okay? All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to read a little bit about Hagar. Okay? It's the same thing. Okay? It's the same representation. Sarah represents Jerusalem, the free noble woman, and Hagar represents the slave. Certificate of live birth, Sarah. Birth certificate, Hagar. And everyone that comes from the birth certificate of that mother is a slave. Okay? You feel me? You want to be a child of Sarah, the noble woman, the free woman? Then claim who you are as the original indigenous people of this land. Y'all afraid to claim that you are the Indians when we are the American Indians. That is the highest sovereignty on this land, is an American Indian. See, y'all don't get this. And I keep begging y'all, let's come together. I'm begging. Let's come together. I reached out to Dan Calloway months ago. He haven't gotten back to me. You see what I'm saying? So everybody want to do their own thing. You feel me? Everybody want to do their own thing. But you see, I'm going to continue down this path because I know who I am. And I know why I was sent. That's why I'm able to break all these things down and give it to you the way that I'm giving it to you. Okay? Let us read. All right. Full freedom. Full freedom is what you have when no lack of opportunity, no lack of ability, and no lack of desire prevents you from doing what will make you happiest in 1,000 years. In order to be free in the fullest sense, you have opportunity, ability, and desire to do what will make you happy in 1,000 years. Another way to say it would be that there are 4 kinds of freedom, or better, 4 stages of freedom on the way to the full freedom all of us long for. The freedom of opportunity to do what we can do, the freedom of ability to do what we desire to do, and the freedom of desire to do what we will bring us on ending joy. Let's take let me see. I want to go to I don't want to read all this. I want to go straight to Sarah. Give me 1 second. Let me see, where is that at? Give me 1 second. I know I have it somewhere. Okay, so here we go. All right. The allegory, once again, it's an allegory. The allegory of Hagar is written to persuade us, along with the Galatians, not to follow the Judaizers, whatever the case, the word is, into slavery with Hagar and Ishmael. You see what I'm saying? Anybody who gets the birth certificate, we are following Hagar into slavery because nobody's teaching our women. And then when our women go to these hospitals, you have a lot of deadbeat dudes that's not even around to guide them, to show them, to protect them. And even if you try to protect them, they call the police because we have no economic power. We have no physical power to stand against these people because we are not coming together. We are supposed to have our own centers where we are literally delivering our indigenous children. But are you willing to come together? That is the question. You feel me? The Jewish people got their own. Oh, okay. They don't have these birth certificates that we got. No, they don't. Because they know exactly what it means. So I keep telling y'all perish for the lack of knowledge. Not because of the color of your skin. No, stop blaming it on your skin. Your skin is beautiful. Stop cursing your skin. All right. So I want to begin with the definition of freedom. I think is implied here. All right. So just to give you an idea, to show you that it's an allegory with Hagar and Sarah. All right. And if we continue to have these birth certificates and giving it to these people, all right, then you are following Hagar and Ishmael into slavery, because that is nothing but a debt bond, bondage, slavery, dead man walking, dead woman walking, capital letters, all caps. You are dead. And this ain't got nothing to do with color of skin. Everybody in the United States got a birth certificate. So guess what? It's the biggest plantation in the world. Okay? Let us proceed. Now, let us go into the lexicon. All right? Let us go into the Hebrew lexicon. Because a lot of people are, oh, well, Chief, you're talking about the Bible and no, I'm going to show you what it means. Here we go. Okay? Hagar means flight. But let us read this. It says, Hagar, Sarah's Egyptian slave. Okay? Abraham's concubine, Ishmael's mother. All right? So it's a slave girl. You feel me? A slave girl. And all the children of that bond woman is a slave. Okay? Let us go now in that same lexicon. Let's look at Sarah. Let's look at Sarah in the same Hebrew lexicon. Sarah. What does it say? Sarah, a noble woman, the wife of Abraham and mother of Isaac. So basically, you have two paths. Okay? You have a path of nobility and you have a path of the bondwoman, and all her descendants, her lineage, okay, they are slaves. But what these wicked people did, and when I say people, I'm talking about this system, this government, these religious people, what they did was they took that concept that's in these books and they put it on another form of paper through governments. Okay, so it's the same thing that's here. Hagar and Sarah allegory just became the certificate of live birth and the birth certificate. The certificate of live birth represents Sarah, the noble woman, the private side. Okay? Not a slave. Hagar became the birth certificate, and all her children, they are enslaved. Okay? Now, let us go into the Bible dictionary. You see, I'm giving you different sources because I put all that information in the link below for you, because I like to make sure you do your own due diligence. Don't believe anything that I tell you. What do Chief know? I don't know anything. If I ask you to believe me, then I'm lying to you. Okay? Because in the word believe, there's the word lie. Don't believe anything that I say, but know that I'm giving you the truth. Okay? Let us go into the Bible dictionary. Where do I have that at? Okay, let's give me 1 second. First, we're going to look at Hagar. All right. Hagar. Let me share this. Hagar. This is in the Bible dictionary. Everybody's going to church. Not everybody, but I'm talking about on Sundays and Saturdays, the church, they're filled with people, but I've never seen one pastor get the Bible dictionary to break down the Bible for these people. All these people are criminals. They are wicked. Okay? They are wicked. All right? Let us read. Hagar. What does it mean? Flight. To flee one's country. Okay? To flee one country. What did Martin Luther King say? The Negro is exiled in his own land. So every so-called black individual African American is Hagar. It's all allegory. You are Hagar. We are Hagar. Fleeing one's own country, to be exiled in one's own country, a fugitive, a wanderer, a stranger in our own land. Why? Because we are enslaved. Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about? I could break down this Bible to you with my eyes closed and exactly show you the correlation, okay, and how it's coherent to everything that's happening in the government, because they created it. They created the Bible. It's the same blueprint. The Bible did not come from a sky daddy. Okay, it did not. The Quran did not come from a sky daddy. It was all written by man to enslave people. But they have to give you a way out. They have to give you a way out. Okay? Now, Hagar, flight to flee one's country. In other words, Hagar was an aboriginal of that land, an American Indian, so to speak. Get it? But of course, that was played out all over the world. So there are Hagars in Africa, there are Hagars in Europe, there are Hagars in Asia. My sisters that's in the Americas, you are the American Hagar. Okay? And all you and your children are slaves because nobody's teaching you what I'm teaching you. You feel me? Let us read the metaphysical meaning of all this. The natural soul, it is a stranger to the awakened spiritual phase of the soul, in that its thoughts and emotions are sensual and are likely to be selfish and unholy, thus producing fear and uncertainty, the wanderer. Okay? The sensual must give way to the spiritual. It cannot stand in the presence of the Christ truth. You feel me? That's why a lot of times people take flight. You feel me? They take flight. And all these people in these churches, they are example of the Hagar, because when I bring the truth to them, they take flight, they run, they flee, because they are in bondage. They are in spiritual bondage. They are in religious bondage, and they just don't know. They think they're free. You dig? Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise. But as then he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit, so also it is now. Howbeit, what saith the scripture? Cast out the handmaid and her son. Okay? For the son of the handmaid shall not inherit with the son of the free woman. So we will not get the inheritance of Sarah, which is the certificate of live birth, until we throw out Hagar, the birth certificate, okay? The slave woman. We will not get our inheritance. You have to get back your indigenous title, reclaim our birthright, reclaim Sarah. Oh my goodness. Angel, my sister, all I know is this right now. The only way to get a passport that I know is to have a birth certificate and an ID. They're not going to allow you to travel with anything else. Now, some people say you could get a U.S. national passport. It still deals with the U.S. I don't care what anybody say. It is still tied to the U.S. Okay? I keep telling y'all keep trying to run around the real solution, which is coming together and be the indigenous people that we are. Everybody always wants something that's going to pacify the situation, put a band-aid. Well, I'm going to be a national. A national of what? The United States. The United States is still, you get a passport saying that you're a national of what? The United States. You are still a national of the corporation. You just got a little more privileges. I keep giving y'all the real solution, but everybody always wants something else. Because you know what? In your mind, it deep down in your subconscious, it's like something is holding you back from saying, I have to come together with my brothers and sisters. I'm just saying. You feel me? But let us read. I'm going to read this again because I want to make sure you get this. Now we, brethren, as Isaac, okay, as Isaac was, are children of promise, okay? All this is allegory. I could even show you what Isaac means in the Bible dictionary, but we'll do that another lesson. Okay? I still got to do the 12 disciples for you. I'm going to break it down to you. I was going to do it today, but the Spirit told me, you know what? This right here is a little more crucial. All right? So I apologize for not doing that one, but doing that one. But I had to flow with my ancestors on that one. So I'm not sorry. Okay? Now, howbeit, what saith the scripture? Okay? Cast out the handmaid and her son. You have to give up the birth certificate. That's the dead entity. That's the slave. You feel me? For the son of the handmaid shall not inherit with the son of the free woman. Shall not inherit what the life birth certificate is given. You will not inherit that. That's why so-called black people, and they are not one of the, well, I'm not black, but so-called black people, African Americans that claim, people that claim that status, they are not considered one of we the people. Okay? Wherefore, brethren, we are not children of handmaid, but of the free woman. You see what I'm saying? You are only a child of the handmaid because you sold your child into slavery through the birth certificate. So you are Hagar. You feel me? All right. Let us proceed. Let us go look at Sarah in the Bible dictionary. Let us look at Sarah. Whoa, give me 1 second, please. Let us present. Here we are. But it's okay though. My ancestors are going to send me the ripe people that's supposed to walk this journey with me to free my people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to beg anybody to link up with me. Let them do what they got to do because they have their own agendas. They have their own purpose. You feel me? So I'm just serving mine. And I'm going to continue to stay that path. And the ancestors are going to bring the ripe people to me to free my people because I know that's my purpose. You feel me? And it's going to happen. It's happening. I promise you that. I keep telling y'all don't know who I am, but you're going to learn. You're going to learn who I am. And a lot of you are going to tell your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, man, listen, I remember in 20 this and in 19 this and whatever the case is, this man was telling us the truth. And only then you would want to build a statue of me, but you have me here in the person. Don't idolize me at all. I'm just saying, I'm not looking for anybody to idolize me. All I'm just saying is let's come together and free our people. Let's come together and shake this matrix. The world is waiting on us. Okay? We are the first sons and we are the first daughters. Why do you think Egypt wanted to kill the first son? You see, yeah. But listen, man, you know what? But what do I know, right? Let us go into Sarah. What does it say? Sarah, princess. Okay, princess, the noble woman, the noble lady. So the certificate of live birth is the noble woman. Okay? All right then. Metaphysical, the soul, the affectional, emotional part of the man. You see, y'all out here disrespecting all the women and don't even realize, guess what? Women are our souls. Okay? The female man is our soul. That's why I keep telling y'all, okay, that when Adam was on the ground and he could not breathe, he could not come to life. It wasn't the Lord God that came and breathed into his nostrils. No, it was a feminine entity. Okay? The spirit of the feminine entity that came and gave him life. Women are our souls. You feel me? But a lot of y'all don't know this. You don't know this. Our job right now, because our women have failed so hard, and it was supposed to happen. They had to fall hard. Our job now is to pick them up and put them back in their rightful place for us to gain our soul. Why? And I'm talking about S-O-L, because the sun is the soul, S-O-L, and the sun is feminine. That is the soul of the masculine man of the moon. Where does the moon get its light? From the sun. The women has always been the one picking us up. Now it's our turn to pick her up. Put her back on her pedestal. But like I said, some of you are going to get it and some of you won't. You feel me? Let us read. When Abraham, not in the divine understanding, was drawn down into the vital processes of the organism for recuperation, he allowed his loves, okay, loves as in plural, affections and emotions, Sarah, to become united with the ruling states of consciousness there, and brought plagues upon the house of Egypt in the consequences. Even if it was his fault, he was the one who brought the plagues onto Pharaoh. Why? Because he became united with the ruling states of his consciousness. He went into his lower self. You feel me? It is right and proper to recognize the vital center in the organism, which is the generative or the sex center, as having a place in the divine economy. But man should never become involved in the mere animal processes of life generation, of which a coarse form of animal sensation is one's phase. You feel me? Everybody out here running around having all type of carnal sex. No, you're not supposed to be doing that. That's why you're producing slaves. You feel me? Producing slaves. All right? This is what brings the plagues to Egypt. Disease upon the human family. Because the human family is Egypt. You see, y'all don't get it. It's all allegory, man. Okay? Metaphysically, metaphysicians who are regenerating their bodies through the concentrated power of their I am. What is the I am? The I am is God in you, because you are not the flesh. You feel me? Word should heed this lesson, and when quickening, cleansing, and readjusting the cells at this life center, they should not forget to declare silently the truth of the Spirit. You see, you cannot be fake. You cannot be hypocritical and step into your Christ consciousness. You cannot do that. No. You feel me? You cannot do that. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. You feel me? Sarah's name was changed to Sarah, which is princess. In spiritual symbology, women represents what? The soul or the intuitive phase of man. Why do you think I honor my sisters? Why do you think I put them on a pedestal? Why do you think I'm teaching them to raise them? Because unless they raise, our souls are not going to be what? Raised. You feel me? Man, you see, y'all don't get it, man. My brothers, our sisters are your soul. The soul is the sun. The sun is feminine. The moon is masculine. Where does the moon get its light? From the sun, from our sisters. Y'all gonna learn. Sarah is the spiritual soul. Abraham did not doubt God's promise, but he felt it necessary that he helped to bring it about in his own way instead of abiding by God's time. So he took Sarah's maid Hagar and had a son by her. Hagar represents the natural soul, which is the manifested soul. You feel me? Because the manifested soul is the slave of the higher self, the I am. Like the body is the slave of the I am in it. The I am in it is supposed to control the body. You feel me? When the mind moves, the body moves. So the mind represents Sarah, and the action, the body, represents Hagar. You feel me? So Hagar represents the natural soul, and God would not recognize as the fruit of the union with the natural will and affection. So when the higher self mixed in with the slave woman, okay, they had to be kicked out. Get rid of the bond woman so that Sarah and her descendants would remain nobility. Okay, there's a very important lesson in this for everyone who is growing in faith and seeking to bring forth the fruits of the Spirit. No real spiritual demonstration is made unless the vine, not divine, but vine, because vine means connected. I am still connected to the source. Divine means disconnected. Okay? If you go into a grape yard or a grapevine and you take the grape out of the vine, you are divining the grape. So why would I want to be disconnected from the source, which is my ancestors? No. So I am vine. So therefore, let's read this in its proper context. No real spiritual demonstration is made unless the divine law is recognized and obeyed. If we try to demonstrate truth through our personal will and effort, we shall find that we have fallen short. Because why? The personal will, okay, is not as powerful as the collective will. Just like your personal God talking about he, sound like a damn donkey. Okay, with your he, that's a personal God. And it's not more powerful than my collective God, which are my ancestors collectively. You feel me? Like I said, I'm here to bring the truth, and the truth don't need no sugar quoting, man. It don't. And I'm not going to apologize for that. All right? So here you go. I just broke it down to y'all. You dig? I just broke it down to y'all. Okay? So once again, like I said, the solution is us reclaiming our birthright. You feel me? The system of Hagar's, we have no part to be in that system. Even in the 1790 census, the first census that was held in the United States, the first census that was held in the United States in 1790, American Indians were not even allowed to participate in that because we were still the people, sovereign people. We were still the landlords. But no, our people wanted to mix in with the society of Rome. We wanted to mix in with the society of Rome. So what did we do? We sold our children into slavery. What did Joseph do to his brothers? And what did Joseph's brothers do to him? Did they sell him into slavery? We sold our people into slavery through the bondwoman Hagar. The birth certificate is on bond paper. Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about? When my ancestors come to me and give me this message for y'all, you feel me? I keep telling you, don't focus on the messenger, focus on the message. Did you get the message? Okay, we have to get out of her. And it doesn't mean like what all these so-called scholars, these educated scholars got y'all thinking as an American Indian, American Aborigines, you're from Africa, you got to run to Africa. No, Africa is for Africans. Okay, this is our land, but we have to get out of her, as in get out of the United States, get out of the belly of the beast. Give them back their slave bond children. Give it back. Give them Hagar. Give it back. Give Hagar back to them. And embrace Sarah. All right? Embrace Sarah, the living woman, the living child. Go back to being indigenous. American Indian is our birthright. That's who we are. Yes, it's a misnomer, but that's who we are. We are the West Indians. We are the Indians of the West. And this is our birthright. Our birthright was taken. It was stolen. And once again, Jacob and Esau is just allegories for all you biblical thumpers thinking, oh, well, there was really a sky daddy and there was two in the womb and all that. That's a bunch of nonsense from that perspective. Jacob was a criminal and a thief. He defrauded the man. His father was a liar from the beginning. You feel me? But that's what you choose to be the bloodline of, huh? You see, y'all don't get it. You don't get it. And it doesn't matter how long I keep giving you the truth, I keep showing it to you, a lot of you cognitive dissonance is going to continue kicking in because you just can't see past that damn book because you don't know the truth in the book. And I'm not asking you to put down the book. No, the truth is in there. But at least know the truth, man. Know the truth about the book. You feel me? So once again, we have to come together. Okay, we have to come together, man. We have to build the community. We have to nation, man. Even go read the Bible. Nations were traveling in different places. Nations, communities. Communities, nations. It's time. All right. So I've been on here for over an hour right now. I'm about to get out of here. So I want to thank y'all for being a part of this build, man. I hope you found some value in this lesson. I hope, I was able to, articulate the information eloquently enough so that you get the gist of what I was saying. Okay. We have all sinned and come short. Okay. I have shown you exactly what that meant, because it meant that you were born in sin. Each and everyone was born in sin. What is sin? Sin is death. I did a video on that. Okay. All that stuff in the Bible, once again, it has nothing to do with a sky daddy. Governments telling you what they did to the people, and they have a projection to plan things that what's going to take place. It's called Bible prophecy, government prophecy. So when you see it happening, oh, well, the Bible said this, and oh, yeah, God is there. No, which God are you talking about? Which God are you talking about? King James was a Lord. King Charles was a Lord. Lord Henry. They were all lords. So which one are you talking about? All right. So I'm just saying, I love y'all for real. And that's why I do what I do. But we need to stop looking for shortcuts. Okay. Stop looking for band-aids. Stop looking for temporary solutions. We have to look for a permanent solution. And the permanent solution is claim who we are, come together and restore our birthright and take back our throne. It is really that simple. Okay. Once we do that, they cannot pull us into their courts. Okay. Because a living man cannot be in a fictitious corporation. A living man is not supposed to be in a court. They could only pull the son of Hagar and the daughters of Hagar into courts, the slave. But the moment you're no longer a slave, you are a king or a queen, a noble man or a noble woman, they cannot pull you into these courts. Remember what I taught y'all in a video, I think months ago, or maybe over a year ago? Asking. The one that's always asking comes as king. That's why when the police officer pull you over, what is the first thing they do? They ask a question. When you go to court, they ask you a question. Why do you think that is? Because the one that establishes the first question is taking the jurisdiction, is coming as king. That's why for me, I always respond with a question, because I want you to know is if you come as king, I am as king as well. So therefore, I'm letting you know that I'm a king. Hey, good evening, officer. How you doing? Sir, do you have a driver's license registration? Officer, have I broken any laws? Driver's license and registration? Officer, am I under arrest? I'm asking questions. You feel me? I'm asking questions. You come asking. Look at the word. In fact, you know what? Let me show it to you before I get out of here, because I want people to see the visual, a visual of what I'm talking about. I want these things embedded in your subconscious mind. Okay? Let me show it to you. Asking equals as king. Let me show it to you right now. Okay? Here we go. Here we are. Here we go. Asking. Now, break up the word. As king. You see that? That's why I said, man, the English language is crazy. This is all legalese, man. This is all legalese. That's why they always asking the question, because they are dealing with the crown. Okay? They have to come as king. But remember, the crown is supposed to serve the people. So therefore, the servants of the people. So now I am the king. So I'm asking. All right. I'm going to leave you with that note. All right. Anyway, don't forget the link of the book, or well, both books is in the description. All right. GENE-INSIS to Reevaluation and Newsflash, Everyone's a Slave. Those are two books that everyone must have. Not that I think you should have. No, you must have that. Okay. You must have it. You feel me? Get you one, get somebody one. Like, it's time, man. It's time. And we have to come together. We have to. All right. So since I didn't do the disciples today, most likely I'll do the disciples tomorrow. I have a couple of notes of videos that I have to, lessons that I have to do. So when I say notes, I'm just talking about titles. I don't do lessons and no, I don't do that. I just go with the flow and ask the ancestors to guide me with that. All right. So I want to thank you all for being a part of this build. Like I said, share the information, learn the information, do your due diligence, study more with the information. And like I said, my brothers and sisters, it doesn't mean that you cannot do certain things. All right. And put a band-aid on the situation. I'm not saying that you cannot be a national of the United States. I'm not saying that. I can't say you cannot be a U.S. national. If you want to be, that's fine. But you are still obligated, and you are still subjected to the corporation. You just have a higher status. Okay? But the highest status on this land is American Indian. You see, y'all keep running away from that. You keep running away from your birthright because you want to be the bondwoman. You want to be Hagar. So you want to keep fleeing. You want to be the wanderer. Okay? That's what you want to do. That's what you want to be. I keep telling y'all, man, this is real. It is real. Let me see. Give me 1 second. All right, let me see something. But I'm about to get out of here though. For real, for real. Okay. Let me explain something to you, right? Let me show y'all something. Let me go show you one more thing before I get out of here. Now, what does it say Hagar means? Hagar means a wanderer, right? Wanderer. Now, look, let me show you Nod, as in Cain went into the land of Nod. Let me show you what Nod means in the Bible, in the Hebrew lexicon. Let me show it to you right now. Nod. See what it means. Nod. All right. N-O-D. Remember when Cain killed his brother and he went into the land of Nod? What does it say? Nod. It says what? Nod. Wandering. Okay. So he went to become a slave. Wandering. You see, y'all got to keep getting this, man. Keep getting this. If you want to go back into the Garden of Eden, you have to become who you are. You have to claim your birthright to get back into the Garden of Eden. Okay? You have to claim your birthright, man. It is really that simple. Okay, so you won't be in the land of Nod. And in the land of Nod, there are only children, Hagar's children, the slave children in the land of Nod. We got to reclaim our birthright. We got to stand up as the American Indians. That's who we are. That's going to take us back into the Garden of Eden. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Never said that. But we're going to get back our birthright one way or the other. We're going to get back ours. Okay? We're going to become the landlords of our land again. Because all you have to do it start manifesting it in the spirit, the mental realm, the spiritual realm, and it's going to manifest in the flesh. But too many of you in the spirit, you are still trying to find shortcuts and you're still trying to put bandages and how I could, do this and not come together, not unite with my brothers and sisters. Like, how, come on, man, we got to stop the nonsense. Got to stop the nonsense. None of our women should walk into a hospital and for one, they take the placenta. They should not be doing that. Okay. None of our women should walk into the hospital and they cut the umbilical cord prematurely because that baby is coming from a different realm. And before the baby gets acclimated to breathing in this third dimensional realm, they cut the umbilical cord. So now everybody's breathing through their throats or from their throats, from their throat chakra, opposed to their lower chakras. Because a lot of people are not breathing properly because the umbilical cord was cut too damn soon. So now you're breathing through your throat chakra. So now your heart chakra is not getting no oxygen. Your solar plex is not getting no oxygen. Your root, your foundation of security and survival is not getting no oxygen. So you're always in fear. You see, y'all think this is a game, man. This thing was well orchestrated. It is systematic. These people have studied us. And when I say these people have studied us, because they know who we are, because we were them. We are them. Because it was people who look like us that put all this in place. Do you really think pale people invented stuff? No, they didn't invent anything. Well, they did, because invent means to rediscover. That's what invent really means. Okay, and I keep going and saying I have to show you, because every time I speak of something, I want to prove it. Okay, so let me show it to you. Etymology of invent. I have to keep proving everything I talk about because I want people to see, hey, listen, I'm bringing you the real. Okay, let me show it to you right now. Etymology of invent. Okay, here we go. What does invent means? Okay, here we are. Invent, to find or discover. Okay, so when they changed the faces of the people who originated these things and they told you they invented, they are speaking the truth. They are speaking the truth. What does it mean? A general sense of makeup, fabricate, concoct a device, a plot, an excuse. That's what invent really means. So people think invent means, oh, well, they originated. No, or invent is not an original. Invent is a copy, a discover. In other words, America was invented, discovered, because they already had original people here. You see what I'm talking about? Words, man, words. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word became God. If you don't know who you are, you're not going to get the Word. Man, I keep telling y'all, man, I'm going to take y'all to church on a Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday. I don't care what day. I'm taking y'all to church because every day is Sunday. Word. Now, I give y'all a plug-in for the book. Do me a favor. All right. You see this beautiful necklace right here? Both of them. All right. This right here. Let me take it. Let me just show y'all real quick. All right. I got those, from my sister Denise. She makes, amazing jewelry. Okay. So that's what we are supposed to be doing. Promoting and supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to be doing. So, all right, turquoise and some other stones, man. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. She's going to make me one with an eagle. All right. So make sure y'all, I'm going to make sure I give y'all the website. Okay, I'm put the link in the description. This is the turtle to represent Turtle Island. All right, so I really appreciate these pieces right here. Let me just get that information and put it on here for you, so that you could go support. Because like I said, we gotta support each other, man, because we all we got. And when I say we all we got, meaning that we have to come together and start supporting each other. You know what I mean? That's it. And and when I say we, I'm talking about the oppressed. This is not about, has nothing to do with color of skin. This is about the have versus the have-nots. And the haves are making you think it's about skin color. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean that we as the original people, we cannot be in our own space and work with other people. All right. We don't have to have everybody up in our faces and in our space. We don't have to have that. Okay. No. Everybody could work together as who they are, respecting each other's culture and each other's ethnicities. All right. But I'm going to work with anybody that's righteous. You feel me? So I just put the link for her site in the description. It's called, in fact, you know what? Let me just go straight to the site so y'all could see it. I want y'all to see it. Give me 1 second. And I don't have any problem if I do a video and somebody, hey, say, Chief, you know what, man? I got this, I got that. When you're doing a video, can you give me a plug? You ain't got to pay me for that. No, you don't. You see, I'm not like everybody else. You did. I'm truly, truly here to uplift my people. You feel me? And I'm an advocate, okay, for, knowing that we have to go back to battering with each other again. We have to create that battle system again. It's not always about the money. You feel me? It's not always about the money. So if you have, merchandise, whatever, hey, Chief, you know what, man? Hey, whenever you have time or whatever, I'll give you a plug-in. It's no big deal. Now, it's not going to hurt me to say, go support this brother, go support this sister. As a matter of fact, it's going to give me more favor with my ancestors because I'm looking out for mine. In fact, I'm looking out for anybody. You see, as long as you're part of the righteous lineage, we good. We are good. So let me show you real quick her website, and you guys go check it out, man. All right, go check it out. It's right here. All right, it's www.etsy.com/simply stone store. All right, so it's right here. Go back and pause the video and check it out. And like I said, she has her jewelry on there. She has t-shirts. She has a few other items on there. Beautiful pieces, man. And the sister is powerful, very knowledgeable. I mean, me and Sister Denise, we go way back, working together. So just want to make sure I show her some love. You feel me? All right. So please go support. We got to support. All right. No doubt. So pause the video, get the website address, and go show some love. All right. No problem, Goddess. No problem. Okay. We got this. We got to do this. All right. So y'all enjoy the rest of your continuation. Enjoy the rest of this 24. Listen, man, I love you with my heart. Like, for real, for real, for real. I'm telling you, man, like, words cannot express the love I have for us. You feel me? And the reason why it's so easy to love us is because I know what we have been through. Okay. And it has nothing to do with pity. It has nothing to do with that. It's about empathy. All right. It's not sympathy, but empathy, because I know we had to go through this process. We had to become last. And when I say last, I'm talking about we had to get to the bottom. All right. We as the male man, we had to take our women to the bottom. Now it's time to uplift them. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that through the music, because the music is spoken words. In the beginning was the word. You feel me? So we got to stop supporting all this music that's degrading our women. A lot of you women are dancing to that cannibalistic and devilish and satanic music. You got to stop that. You cannot call yourself a goddess and dance into that kind of music in the same breath calling you a bitch and a hoe. And you cannot call yourself a god listening to the same music that's telling you go kill a brother. Nah, man. Yes, you may be a god, but what kind of God are you? You're not a righteous God. You feel me? So we have to be mindful when we start calling people gods. We have to be mindful when we start calling out gods. Who are you calling on to? Okay? But I could truly tell you I love you because I know our story, not just from a physical perspective, but from a spiritual perspective as well. I know how far we have came. I know where we came from. And all that is in the book, GENE-INSIS to REEALUATION. It's in there. All that information is in there in regards to where we came from, who are we, and why we are dealing with what we are dealing with right now, because we were the first, and the first had to become the last. The first wasn't no damn Asiatics from Asia, no. The Asiatics from Asia were the first devilish people that came to earth. I'll tell you that much. Okay, but the first righteous seed that came to this earth was right here in the Americas. It wasn't in Africa. Don't let nobody fool you. Okay, and soon enough, the truth will come to light. When I started this journey 24, 25 years ago, everybody thought I was crazy. Look now. Okay, look now. So I could tell you I love you and truly mean that, because I do. All right. So let us come together. Let us build. Let us learn to support each other. The hatred, the jealousy, the animosity. If you see a brother or sister doing good, be happy for them. Okay? Be happy for them. Okay? Don't envy them. No, be happy for them. Let them thrive. You feel me? Support them. Hopefully we support people that's going to come back and give us. And when I say give us, I'm talking about help build the community. You feel me? I am one of them. You got my word. Okay, you got my word. You support what I'm doing. You get these books. Go to the website. Get the clothing line. I am indigenous. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of merch on there. This belongs to us. This is for us. Okay? Make it a success. I promise you, we will be a success, because it's not for me. It's not for me, man. My riches are already with my ancestors. Not no spook in the sky. No. My ancestors have already shown me my glory, man. That's why I'm putting in all this work and not asking you for a dime. I don't need it from you. Nah. Now, if people donate, like, that's fine, but I'm not going to give you a cash up and this. I ain't doing that, man. Nah. Just support the book, support the clothing line, and see what I'm going to do with it. That's all I'm going to say. I don't owe you anything. If you buy the book or support the book, I don't owe you anything. I'm not obligated to do anything with what comes from the book. That is my intellectual property. This is mine. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you and prove to you that I'm going to make it ours, because our ancestors gave me that information to give to you. So it belongs to us. All right? So it's not mine per se. I was just the vessel that was used to bring that information to the people. Okay, but it's ours. I hear a lot of people talk, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No. Watch me move. All I'm just asking you is just support it and see a different breed of man that you have never seen before. Unlike the rest that say they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And nah, I ain't that one. I'm the one that when you make it happen, when we make it happen, you're going to see the result. You feel me? You got to know the real. You got to know, you have to know the real amongst you. And if by now you cannot tell who Chief Kalinago is, you will never get it. You will never get it if you don't know I'm one of the real ones. You feel me? I'm here for you. I'm here for us. I'm here for the people. Just let these books go viral. Let this clothing line go viral and see what's going to happen. I'm going to do some things. You're going to be like, wow. This man really said he was going to do this if we support this. This belongs to us, man. It belongs to us. Oh, by the way, this too. I got this bracelet from Sister Denise. All that stuff is on the website. All right? Cool. But anyway, I'm out. You know, I don't want to sound like a salesman, but I just want you to know that, you know, you have to know the real. Okay, you have to. Because discernment is a skill, it's a gift, and you have to have discernment. I know our people have been burnt. I know our people have been hurt. I know a lot of our people are skeptical. I get it. I get it, man. You feel me? But we are living in a different day and age where everything must come to light. All right? And if your light is shining, then you are able to see another light that's in the dark. You feel me? And if you can't see that light, then maybe something is wrong with your light. You feel me? because I see my sister Denise's light. That's why I'm able to say, hey, sis, you know what? She didn't ask me to do this. She didn't ask me to promote it on the live. No, I asked her, what's her website? Because I know that her light shines. You feel me? And that's what we're supposed to do. Even when we see a brother or a sister in darkness, but they're reaching out, we're supposed to take our candlelight and here, sis, here, bro. Can you see? Walk with me. You see, we have to go back to being my brother's keeper, my sister's keeper. We have lost that. But yet still, a lot of you are giving up religion, right? In the sense of the Bible and talking about you spiritual, but you're doing the same thing that you was doing when you was dealing with the Bible. Some of you that are even more spiritual are even more selfish. I don't get it. You see what I'm saying? I don't get it. I'll call her back. You know what I mean? So all I'm just saying is, man, you know yourself. Work on yourself. Develop yourself. Renew your mind. Work on you to become a better you. I promise you, if you ask your higher righteous self, heard what I said, right? Your higher righteous self, because you have a higher unrighteous self as well. But when you ask, because you have to be specific, remember, the universe is very specific. The universe is very literal. Your subconscious mind is very specific and literal. So you have to use specific words. So you have to, when you ask your higher righteous self to guide you into the truth, to make you a better man, a better woman, I promise you, it's going to guide you. I know, because I've been doing it for 25 years. You feel me? It's going to guide you, and it's going to teach you and bring you where you need to be into your Christ consciousness. And I promise you, your life will be different. Your world will be different. You will feel a type of pureness that you have never felt before. You'll feel a type of innocence that you have never felt before, because you have your transgressions have been forgiven. You see, you have carried the cross and you have been crucified and you resurrected, and now you are part of the Godhead. It's a beautiful feeling. Now, mind you, it doesn't mean that the temptations won't come. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you will have enough discernment. You will have enough fortitude to say, get thou behind me, Satan. And all Satan means is adversary. Any thought that's going against righteousness is Satan. You see, y'all looking for Satan in a red outfit and a pitchfork. No, Satan is just the adversary of anything that's unrighteous. That's all it means. So your own thoughts is Satan. Your own words can be Satan. At the same time, your own thoughts and your own words could lead you to the Christ, which you could become. I'm just saying, it's all in your hands. You are your own savior, but you just don't know that. Some of you do, but I'm talking to those that don't know. And for those that are not sure, this is confirmation. You are your own savior. You feel me? But you have to renew your mind. Let go of the selfish ways. I'm not saying you have to let people take advantage of you. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's where the discernment comes in. And some people will get away with certain things, but they're not getting away, because guess what? The God of karma is real. You feel me? The God of judgment is real. But guess what? It is not a spook. Your actions are your judge. And through your actions, the God of judgment talk to the God of karma, and through your judgment, the karma comes in. You feel me? So you are the one in control, nobody else but you. You determine your heaven or hell, and that's facts. Okay? Nobody is coming to save you. All right? So with that being said, have a good one. Take care of yourself, love yourself, forgive yourself, and learn to love others. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. All right? We'll talk soon.